Hey there guys, it's your boy Acris. We're back with some Trails to Azure. And as you can see, we're on the Merkabah here. And we just finished getting back from Mainz, even though we didn't get a chance to actually, walk around and speak to anyone. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna speak to everyone here on the Merkabah first, and then I'm gonna try to go back to Mainz to see if we can speak to everyone before we get started. Now the reporter is, shall we say, overly keen to learn the finer details about Wazi and the Merkabah. Goddess, give me patience. This is precisely the reason members of the press shouldn't be allowed aboard. I'm sure she's just, curious. Things will work out okay. Probably. One can only pray that's the case. Nevertheless, Wazi did grant her his permission, so I won't protest. However, should the worst come to pass, you'll be the one held responsible for it. Why me? Nonetheless, it was Wazi who granted her permission, and his word is gospel, so to speak. Word is gospel, huh?
West Crossbell Highway, Bellegarde Gate, just down the road from there. Which means Noe might be close by too. I shouldn't be dwelling on this. Pull it together, Fran Seeker.
Poor Fran. I can't blame her for being worried about her sister.
I wonder what could be going through her mind right now. Only Bellegarde Gate and the Crossbell Police Academy are readily accessible from the West Crossbell Highway. It isn't exactly the ideal location for us to make a landing. But be that as it may, we may need to make do with the options we have.
You're right about that, Tio. But first of all, let's heal. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. It's hot as hell though. Like, the weather's been extremely hot, man. Oh, Zeit. Out here by yourself, huh, buddy? The SSS is coming together again, slowly but surely. Once my aid on the Vanguard is no longer required, I will return to supporting you from the back lines. Alright, I figured that'd be the case. Until then, I'm counting on you, Zeit. Naturally, and fret not, I fully intend to continue fulfilling my duties as your police dog. That's my goat right there. Oh, you got Wazi, Grace, and Risha, huh?
Things are getting a lot livelier here on the Merkabah. Typically, it's just us folks from the church on board, so it's rare to have anyone from outside around. Just between you and me, though, I kind of like this change of pace.
I mean, yeah, sometimes you need a change of pace. What the hell? When did we get a, what is this, a Dragon Ball radar? Where's Boma at? Because I ain't gonna lie, we might need the Dragon Balls for the shit that Crossbell's in. We might need a Shenron wish. Sheesh, they've even got a workshop? What don't these Merkabahs have? Now I can give Berserker a little routine TLC while we're waiting around. Hey, a little tender loving care, huh? Oh yeah, you mentioned Gully and me fixed it up for you, right? Yup, but I'm following his advice and only using it when I need to. I still have my Hellbird chops to fall back on too. Can't afford to let everything old Dogo taught me get rusty. So I'll be having a little manage, a choice with my Hellbird and Berserker from now on, if you know what I'm saying. It's only the most randy thing I've ever heard. Really though, I wonder how Deputy Commander Douglas is holding up. Well, you know the guy. He's probably sticking to his guns and carrying out his duties, same as always. But underneath that, I don't know how he or Sonya can approve of what's happening. Then again, even if they don't, they're not exactly in a position to rebel like Ray and the rest of the resistance. Right, we need to figure out where they stand on all of this somehow. Yeah, that and a million other things. Let's keep our heads in the game and take it a step at a time. Feel free to call on your pal Randy as much as you like, by the way. I'd go on a nice little rampage for you any day. Got it. I'll be counting on you out there. Don't worry too much about Marie and the others. They're working with the townsfolk in Mainz for now. We have our own business to take care of, so let's get our heads in the game and step to it.
That rifle Mr. Orlando has, the Berserker. You could tell there's some serious firepower hiding behind that barrel. Normally it'd be nigh impossible to stand toe-to-toe with a Jaeger corpse like the Red Constellation. But just one look at that weapon is enough to convince me otherwise. I've got to hand it to you, Grace. You truly will stop at nothing to get a scoop. I'd love to talk your ear off right now, but the last thing I need is Abbas tossing me out of the air hatch. But if you keep whittling me, I just might sprinkle a few kernels of truth in between all of the lies, or maybe vice versa. Oh, come on, Wazzy. No need to hold back with me. Forget the kernels and just give me the whole cob.
Grace is a greedy one. Abbas really has his work cut out for him, huh?
Okay, how about this? We base the name of the testament on my official title, the Sapphire Testament. Creative, I know. That wasn't me being vain though. I was fine with anything, but Abbas insisted that we look and sound the part. He can be very superficial.
Interesting. You don't got nothing on Kevin's title.
Here I am, cruising around in a secret airship surrounded by people with more intrigue than you can shake a pin at. Yeah, I can't take it. The journalist in me is about to explode.
Grace, you promised Wazzy you wouldn't write about any of this, remember?
I know, no need to get all testy. All I want is to satisfy my own curiosity. Reporter's honor. I have all those notes I took while I was with the resistance to put together anyway, so don't worry, I won't be writing an article about anything here.
I'll hold you to that.
Speaking of which, how did you end up with the resistance, Grace? I remember you mentioned there being some sort of trouble that forced you out of the city. Yeah, it's a bit of a long story. You see, the CNS has been getting censored ever since Crossbow declared independence. We haven't been able to publish a single word opposing or criticizing the president and his faction at all. On top of that, they're even policing our routine reporting and communications. President Cross is nothing if not thorough. It's hard to say that what lengths he'll go to at this point. He's capable of anything. Well, the bottom line is I couldn't keep going along with the way they ran the show. It just wasn't journalism. I blew them off and kept covering things my way until the Defense Force finally caught wind. Crossbell City was getting more and more dangerous for me by the day, so I hitched the first ride out and ended up with the Resistance.
Wow, you've been through a lot these past few weeks. I'm glad you kept yourself safe through it all.
I never would have managed if Reigns didn't find me an escape route. Guy's the best partner a gal could ask for.
Oh, good Reigns coming through. When it's about Gracefield, Reigns he buckles down. That's his partner right there.
Anyway, now that I'm here, I'll lend you my help with liberating Crossbow in any way I can. They always say that the pen is mightier than the sword. Just watch me use mine to tear those Defense Force goons a new one.
Something like that might actually end up coming in handy. We'll be counting on you, Grace.
Alrighty, Wazzy Regia, let's get this interview started. And remember, this is strictly off the record. I'm not using this for an article, so go ahead and speak your mind. Well, alright. Here we go. The Gossmonger's on the prowl.
This can only end so well.
Are you sure you're not going to write up an article about Yin? I want to believe you, but you aren't making it easy for me. I can just imagine the headlines. Expose assassin among Crossbow's favorite troop. The truth behind Yin and Regia Mao's bust size.
What the? What does the last part have to do with anything, Grace?
Juicy tidbits like these only come once in a lifetime, so come on, get those lips flapping. Please help me, Lloyd.
Hang in there, Regia. I know you've got the fancy footwork to dodge these questions.
Normally, I'd have Avon around to step in and cut Grace off, but I've never experienced the full extent of her tenacity. I could have sworn that we agreed none of this would be publicized, but that's looking less and less likely by the second.
Sorry, Regia. That's just how Grace is. Alright, let's see if we can head to Mainz. Oh, we can. We're right here. Make a quick detour. Talk to everybody here. You know, check in with Gramps.
Everybody in Mainz is committed to assisting the former CGF's resistance movement. We can't accept the president who'd send Jaegers to occupy our village. Plus, rebelling against authority and living by your own rules is just too cool.
The townsfolk were wary of Miss Murray and the former CGF members when they first arrived. That said, the people of Mainz already had their doubts about President Croix and the Defense Force. Now's the time for us to show some backbone. Right about that. Vixen, what's going on? Alright then. We'll make sure to keep your provisions stocked up. You said you also needed oil for equipment maintenance, correct? Akira should have some at his store. I'll check in with him.
Of course, much appreciated. We owe a lot to the people of Mainz. When I think of how much danger you'd be in if the defense force ever learned you were helping us.
Oh, think nothing of it. You have enough to worry about as is. The people of Mainz won't stand for the president who openly deals with Jaegers. The resistance represents the will of Mainz, supporting you as our protest against the current regime. We will stand by you to the best of our ability. You have my word on that.
We can't thank you enough, Mayor Bixen. I'll never forget the kindness all of you have shown us.
The people of Mainz haven't trusted President Croix since the moment he hired those Jaegers. The resistance is making every effort to oppose this new regime. Our hopes lie with them.
We're still in a tough spot, but for now, the resistance will continue in its operations from our camp in the mountains. You and the SSS can leave this area to us, Randy.
Sure thing. You better not let those Jaegers beat you. Same goes for the defense force. Got it?
Speak for yourself. We've got all of Mainz backing us up. They won't stand a chance against us.
Top tier character. Murray is top tier. I can't believe Murray's the best CGF member. We can act freely now, thanks to the Divine Wolf's assistance. Having the pack survey the surrounding area lightens our burden considerably. Hopefully, Second Lieutenant Murray uses this opportunity to get some much needed rest in. True, cause she probably been going in this whole time.
Apparently, Murray and the rest of the resistance have set up camp somewhere in the mountains. No matter how accustomed to the outdoors you are, it must be hard to be exposed to the elements for so long. If only the defense force and Jaegers could be a bit laxer with their patrols. The mine's closed because of everything that's going on.
I'm glad you told me that, because we usually have to go in there to speak to people.
I'm glad I get to spend more time with Dad, but all he does now is mope around the house.
I mean, yeah, because he can't do what he loves to do.
Dad's just been moping around the house ever since the mine closed. Working there makes him happy, and that makes me happy too. I hope they get to reopen soon. To think declaring our independence would lead to this. I haven't seen as much as a spark of life in Lucky's eyes ever since the mine closed down. I wonder if there's anything I can do for him. The mine shut down just as Lachi was starting to find his rhythm at work.
I feel like I've been slipping back into my slacker ways ever since we declared independence. This had to happen right when I finally got motivated to mine, huh? At this rate, I'm gonna start falling into my bad habits again. You gotta fight that mentality. You can't start thinking like that. You really are gonna feel that way. Smashing rocks and digging holes are just about all I can make a job of. And now I don't even have that.
Now, Max, stop being so down on yourself. I'm sure the mine will be up and running again before you know it.
I pray you're right.
Dear, oh dear. It pains me to see Max unable to do the work he loves. He'll end up fretting himself sick at this rate. I have to do everything I can to cheer him up.
You stopped here. I always brag about her every time we come here. You're just too sweet.
So, Randy, I hear you're splitting off from the Resistance.
Yeah, I've got a precious little girl waiting for me. Take good care of Mainz, Murray, and the Resistance while I'm gone, alright?
You can count on me. Keep yourself safe now. We taught the Resistant members where to hide in the mountains and helped them resupply. And when the defense force came looking for them, we feigned ignorance to keep our allies safe. It was no big deal for us. We're just doing whatever we can to help.
Yeah, everybody's taking risks out here. I like this. This is what it means to be a cross-belling. Look at best girl Luca. Every time I think about Luca, I always think about that smile. That cute when she said when she called Tio cute, that was hilarious. That was one of my favorite damn moments.
I've been reading this book series I picked up the other day. But things being the way they are, I doubt I'll be getting my hands on the last few chapters anytime soon. You're welcome to have the one I just finished if you want.
Received the Sunshine Anya's chapter 12. It sucks because we missed some of those.
Gaunt and Marlowe have been coming more often during the daytime. I guess there's nowhere else they can go, with the mine being closed and no way to reach the city.
Yeah, I can't even go into the city to gamble with everything going on. How long am I supposed to live like this? Is this even living? It's tough getting by without any entertainment, huh? On the other hand, since the mine is closed, we can't throw ourselves into work either. Yeah, science about all we can do nowadays. I don't even feel like drinking today with everything going on. The only thing I want to do is gamble. That sounds like a real fucking severe problem, my friend. I thought coming here would be a nice chance to see Luca. And I guess hanging out at the bar all day doesn't give off the best impression.
Why is he staring at me like that?
Can't even blame him. Luca is adorable. Now let's push the pace. Talk to our baby, Kimi.
Since that declaration thingy, Daddy's been really angry. But I thought he was saying independence was a good thing. Maybe something went wrong.
Before those damn Jaegers went after the resistance, they came to have a chat with Mayor Bixon. Bastards act like they own the place. You know what they said? Better not think about leaving town. They were probably just trying to keep us from cooperating with the resistance. I tell you, if I were there, I would have socked them right in the kiss as a payback for taking over our village. I heard those Jaegers were even planting landmines in a tunnel along the mountain path. I tell you, if I were there, I would have bopped them right in the kisser. Rams ain't playing around. You know, old timers be tough as hell. Once Crossville became independent, the value of Septium fell harder than the rocks we dig through. The mine followed suit after. It's no real surprise. What can we do now that the international trades come to a screeching halt? It's frustrating to say the least. We're stuck waiting to find out what comes next.
Personally, I'm glad my husband can't return to the mine. We have enough danger here as it is. That said, if the miners don't go back to work, Mainz will only suffer for it. President Croix hasn't provided much aid to folks outside the city either. I wonder what will happen to us now.
Damn, this situation is just... it's rough. Oh yeah, it's closed. We can't go, huh? Okay, so I think we finished speaking to everyone here. I guess we'll head back. I don't know how long this part is. I'm not sure if we should just end it here and just start a new, fresh one. That's what we'll probably do. Yeah, we'll probably start a new, fresh one. You know, since it'll be like story-related stuff now. So I will see you guys in just a bit.